Why are some digital nomads making massive income while working less, while others grind 10 to 12 hours and barely scraping by? And they've been on their journey just for a few months, so something doesn't add up. What's the secret that some digital nomads earn so much more with less time? So I've been a digital nomad for the last 3 years, and I've interviewed a dozen of other digital nomads to find out what they do different. The truth is, those high earning digital nomads just took the fast track that a lot of aspiring digital nomads just totally ignore. Today, I'm gonna show you what it is and how you can do it too. It's a 3-step process that I call hybrid freelancing. Before we go into the process together, let me show you why most digital nomads spend years making little money, exhausting their savings, and ultimately fail. So here we have 2 digital nomads. Imagine this jar is digital nomad A and this jar is digital nomad B. Imagine that the numbers of nuts represents the type of services they offer to their clients. So digital nomad A has been working for 7 years as a traditional freelancer, barely making enough money to comfortably live in Bali, let's say $2,000 per month. Digital nomad B, on the other hand, has only been freelancing for 1 year and he's already pulling $5,000 per month with fewer clients to manage. So what does that mean? Digital nomad B actually has way more time to actually enjoy the destinations that he's exploring. And the craziest part is, as time goes on, digital nomad B could potentially double his income, while digital nomad A stays limited to the time that he has in a day. But why? Let's say we have 2 digital nomads with 2 totally different approaches. So freelancer A is a designer who tries to do it all. One day he's working on web design, the next day he's crafting a logo, and after that he's designing a flyer. So every different nut represents a different kind of service he offers. And every project is a one-off job. So once it's finished, he has to hustle to find his next client. So his jar is filled with an assortment of nuts. Each nut is a different design service, scattered and inconsistent. This means that every client comes with a new, unique problem he has to solve from scratch. He's juggling multiple services without building a predictable, steady income. Now, freelancer B is a marketing specialist who has chosen to laser focus on one skill and one service: media buying on Meta. So actually Facebook ads and Instagram ads. That's what I actually do. Not only does he offer a specialized service, but clients pay him on a recurring basis, giving him a recurring income stream. His jar, on contrast, is filled with one specific nut, a consistent specialized service that solves one major problem. And this is where the money is earned with way less time and way less effort. And that's not all, there's more to it, I'll tell you in a minute. Freelancer B, he's very smart. With a steady monthly income, he can invest in creating a digital product that caters to the exact same clientele, generating passive income while freeing up way more time. And you could say freelancer A could also do that, but you can only create a great digital product if you solve one specific problem. Because freelancer A caters to so many different problems, it will be way harder for him to sell a digital product because all his clients have different problems. But let's say he makes a digital product for one specific client, let's say this nut, then his jar will look like this. So he will put so much time and effort in for so little return. But even worse, since he's not an expert in one specific thing, his advice will be way too general and people will be less interested in his digital product. So he will even have to lower his price if he wants to generate some sales. That's why freelancer B is focusing on one specific problem and making way more money with it. He's getting more sales, he's also signing more clients because clients know that they can trust him solving their biggest problem. Since freelancer B has spent so much time learning that specific skill, solving that one specific problem, his digital product is going to be 100 times better than freelancer A. He will have more testimonials, he'll get great results, his clients are going to be happy, and because of that, he will also get way more referrals. And because of that, he needs less clients, he doesn't need to constantly search for new clients, so he can enjoy his time in Thailand, Bali, or Da Nang way more. That's the secret. While freelancer A is chasing new project every single time, freelancer B focused approach does not only bring in higher and more predictable revenue, but also builds a strong foundation for more passive income. By narrowing his focus and nurturing and focusing on recurring customers, freelancer B works less, has a better time, and earns more income, while enjoying true freedom as a digital nomad. So how can you get started making money as a hybrid freelancer? The first step of becoming a hybrid freelancer is picking the right skill. one you're genuinely interested in and that you can see yourself do for the next 5 years. Maybe you already have a skill from your work or from your hobbies, like video editing for Instagram or writing engaging captions, but there's one thing that most people overlook. Not all skills pay the same. So how do you know what one to go for? Let's do an exercise. Start by making a list with topics and interests that you like. Let's say I write down marketing because I genuinely feel very interested in marketing. Then the next step you would do is you go to Fiverr and you just type in marketing in the search bar. Immediately, I spot different services that people are offering. I see creating marketing plans, I see social media management, and I see Facebook ads. I would choose Facebook ads or Meta ads because I feel that will bring the best results for my clients that are very tangible. Now, I need to validate my choice to see if it's actually very profitable. How I do this is I go to Upwork and I research how much the top performers are actually earning with this skill. Here I see a Facebook ad specialist that is earning between 100 and 150 per hour, which tells me there's serious demand and people are willing to pay that price. Because here you can see how much he already earned with that skill. Then my next question would be, can it bring recurring revenue? So think about it. If I get really good results with Meta ads, that is something they won't every month. They're not just gonna quit. Thinking that way, I know they will pay me month by month. Now, here is a bonus tip. Think bigger than just freelancing. What does that mean? Well, there's always one question I ask myself. Can this skill grow beyond just offering one service? For example, with Meta ads, I'm not just learning how I can run ads for my clients, I can help friends and family that have a business. Or if I ever launch my own product or brand, I already know how to get sales through ads. This way, I'm not just picking a skill for freelancing, I'm investing in a skill that can open bigger opportunities later down the line. And that's exactly what I did. I did Meta ads for my sister's nail salon, I launched my own e-commerce brand later, all starting with that one skill. And I got so much experience from working with clients. Now, if this was not successful, I would say repeat step 1 until you find the right topic and skill that you want to do. Now that you've picked your skill, it's time to create 2 irresistible offers. Now let's first check what kind of clients you could work with based on the skill you chose. What I would do is I would go to ChatGPT and I would fill in the following prompt to see what it will give me back. Now, based on this list, I would do 2 things. I would either check what kind of clients I feel most comfortable working with, or I would check what kind of people do I maybe already have in my own network, which will make the whole process a little bit easier for me. In this example, I'll go with e-commerce brands because I already have experience launching an e-commerce brand in the past. So I understand them better what goes on with running an e-commerce brand. After you decided a skill that people want, you're gonna create 2 offers, your service offer and your digital product offer. Your offer should be something that directly interests and benefits the client that you wanna work with. And the digital product offer would be similar, but maybe for people that can't afford your service. The creation of these is pretty simple, but they're a little bit different. So let's start with the service offer. There are always 3 steps that I follow when creating an offer: the what, the how, and the price. Meaning, what problem are you solving? How are you solving that problem? And how much are you gonna ask for the solution? If we chose Meta ads for the e-commerce niche, the problem would be the following. E-commerce brands that are stuck at 10K revenue with organic traffic. My solution? I will scale their brand by media buying on Facebook and Instagram to reach more people that are generally interested in their product. And the price I will be charging is $1,500 per month. Et voila, you have your offer. Now you have to package it in one sentence so that when people read it, they feel like, oh my God, this person is gonna solve my problem. And that could be the following. I help e-commerce brands look at 10K per month through Meta ads, bringing their products in front of more buyers for more predictable growth. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand and you read that, you feel like, oh my God, this person is exactly gonna solve the problem that I'm facing right now. But now imagine you're talking to a potential client and they're not doing 10K, they're doing 5K. And they don't have the budget to spend $1,500 each month on you. Well, that's why we now have the digital product. So if the client can't afford our original offer, we show them the digital product we created for the same exact problem with the same solution, but for a different pricing. Because the digital product is not personalized to one specific e-commerce brand. And that way we can create it once and sell it over and over and over and over again. So how can you build this digital product and sell it continuously? You follow the same 3-step process as with your offer, but you change it up a little. So here the problem will be e-commerce brands that are stuck growing with organic traffic, and here not per se at the 10K mark, so it's more general. My solution, I will help them scale their brand with my step-by-step training course that teaches them how to set up and manage their own ads towards success. And I would price it at $997. And that's exactly what I did. So while I was learning meta ads, I was creating summaries for myself to understand it better. And the best way to see if you really understand something is to see if you can teach it to somebody else. So there's a double win here if you're learning a new skill, because you're already preparing yourself to create a digital product later on. So the next step will be, how do you get clients? But before we go to the next step, I just want to highlight how nice this system is, because now you have so many ways to help potential clients and get results for them. If you think about it long term, you'll have more happy clients. Those happy clients will talk about you. And if they talk about you in a positive way, you will get more testimonials, referrals. And that way you will almost never have to search for new clients, because they're coming your way already, because people are just talking about you. And I have this very often when I jump on a call. I'm like, oh, who booked a call? Super random. And then they will tell me like, oh, I heard from this person and that person that you're so good at meta ads, so I also want to work with you. And that's the beauty of it. You have to really think long term. So now the next step, how do you get those dream clients to pay you? You have your skill, you've dialed in your offer, now it's time to make internet money. But most beginners mess this up because they don't believe in themselves, they think it's too hard, and they're afraid that they won't get real results for their clients. And the only reason why you're feeling this way is just because you haven't started yet. And I see this all the time when I'm guiding people in my paid programs. Most just struggle with getting started. Just know, like your first student job or your first real job or just learning how to drive a car, it's always hard in the beginning, but you don't give up, you keep on going, and then it becomes second nature. But here's the fastest way to get your first client without over-complex system or doing cold outreach. Step number one, tap into your existing network. Your first two clients are already in your network if you know it or not. You just haven't told them yet how you can help them. I recommend posting something like this on all your social media channels. Hey, I'm helping, and then your target audience with your service. I'm looking for two people who want to get specific result at a discounted rate while I build my portfolio. People that already know and trust you will be the first ones to support you. And this gives them the chance to get the benefit of a discounted rate. So it's a win-win scenario. And that's enough to get the ball rolling, just like in my case. And if you don't get any response, you can do the following. Go to Fiverr, go to Upwork, and create a profile. It's a quick and easy way to get started as well, because once your profile is up, people can find you. And because you already have a skill, you already have an offer, the only thing you have to do is create the profile. And the easiest way to write your bio is just state who you are, what you're an expert in, and how people can get in touch with you. And just so you understand, you don't have to overcomplicate this. Secondly, now you just need to talk with potential clients. And again, please don't overthink this. You're showing your skill online and people are going to be interested in what you have to offer, and they'll contact you. And all you have to do is chat with them to find out if you can help them out. But you need to keep an eye out for one specific thing. And that leads us into the third step. Make sure that you decide correctly that you want to offer your high-priced service or you want to sell them your digital product. How I like to do this is after chatting with them to see, do I like their personality? Do they have the funds to invest? And what are their exact goals? And then I use this one specific question to decide. Do I want to work with this person for the next 10 years? If the answer is a no, then I would offer them my digital product. But if my answer is a hell yes, then I would offer my high service package. And if they can't afford it, then I will offer my digital product. And that way I either make 1,500 per month or I make a sale for 1,000 and I don't have to worry about it. And guys, that's how simple it is. If you're interested in how the digital nomad lifestyle looks like, check this video. And if not, this video can also help you out. Badejoh out.